Well now, yesterday or the day before, I think it was the day before, I did a little 7-minute video on here. Excuse me, I gotta get a sip of water. This is the second time I've done this video. I started it and my son Benjamin called me out of the clear blue. He lives in McAlester. It was to let me know there's a lady where he's at that is she's got a year-old miniature schnauzer she needs to get a home for. So we'll probably take it, and that will give Brandon a schnauzer. He had one, somebody fed it glass. We were living in Noble at the time. And hang on. He's had bad luck with pets. We've got a wild cat, literally a wild cat. It's not completely domestic. Looks like, we found a deal on YouTube and it looks like it's a baby panther, but it claws, it bites, but it also cuddles. So we're trying to get it gentled down. Sorry about one eye being closed. My left eye is in really bad shape. Excuse me, I gotta get another drink of water. LaCroix. This is to pretty much let everybody know what's going on with my family and with me in particular. For the last 5 months, I've been deathly ill. I mean, to the point that I flatlined twice in the hospital. Let me blow my nose real quick. I'm not trying to be gross, folks. I've been sick. I have what is known as CRPD, chronic restrictive pulmonary disease. I get short-winded even talking. Let me get another can of water. It helps. Excuse me. The other thing I found out is that the hospital in McAlester moved my younger brother Christopher into hospice care. Usually they do that when you're dying. He's been dying for a long time. I do need to get over and see him when I can. I just can't do it right now. I got to the point, excuse me, I got to the point I couldn't do anything. Absolutely no energy. Could barely walk, barely talk, couldn't breathe. I would have severe breathing attacks. I had pneumonia in both lungs. I'm still coughing some stuff up, but what CRPD is, my lungs don't expand fully like they need to for me to breathe. Well, my little doctor, her name is Alice Jean, figured it out, even though she didn't know she figured it out. She loves me. She's very conscious, and like I told my son Nicholas, she's as pure as the driven snow. Devout Christian girl. A lot younger than me. If I could, I'd adopt her, but I have other things I'm having to do right now. My office is starting to look like an office again. My son Chris will be over today. My son Bo and I we bought a bunch of lumber, got to finish inside here the things we have to do in here, and that is needful. And it's going to be a little bit before all that's done. I've got things I've got to attend to today. Linda and I have to go to Walmart, probably take the pickup to go to Walmart. I have to get I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I'm looking at these windows. I got the wrong lumber. That's okay. I'll have my son Chris figure it out. He's a really good carpenter. I have so much going on right now, but let me express something to you. I am so thankful I'm on the mend, and I am healing. I'm getting my energy back a little at a time. 3 weeks ago, I couldn't get my arm any higher than that. Now I can go up like that. Not with my left arm yet, but my right arm, and I'm left-handed. But this side of my body has had a lot of trauma, an awful lot. I've got a steel plate, or a titanium plate, shaped like a guitar pick, basically, only with a flat bottom and not a pick part. 4 screws holding my shoulder blade together. Well, my good old body dissolved the screws. Now the thing's migrating all over the place, but it's not anything I can't handle. Another sip. So what is going on altogether? Well, I missed church for 2 weeks, which for me is horrible. Like I expressed to a friend of mine at church and my pastor, I need spiritual nourishment probably more than I need physical nourishment. I figured it up altogether in the last 2.5 years. I've lost 137 pounds. I needed to lose the weight. I'm just sorry that it happened due to being ill. And I'm still ill, but I'm so much better. I'm so thankful God, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, has seen fit to help me heal up, and I am healing. I have a lot I need to do out here, but I'm not going to get it done today. Not going to happen. It's just how it is. We have, as a family, the same problems everyone else has. It's a sign of the times, folks. and it's not going to get any better anytime soon for humanity as a whole. Let me explain why. These literally are the end times of this planet. It is a creation. It did not develop through osmosis. Life didn't begin from inorganic material. The whole theory of evolution is bunk. You can believe that or not. Yes, evolution does happen. All evolution means in the Greek is change. But when you change, you disintegrate. You don't accelerate. You leave things out in the woods, the elements destroy it. Just a second. Think of a house that no one's living in. We've got one at Darty that we lived in for 22 years, and it was over 100 years old when we got it, and it is moldering down to nothing. The front yard has got a gazillion, well, probably 30 or 40 pecan tree saplings that have grown into small trees. Everything at that old house, and we still have stuff over there, but I'll never go get it. Everything is being destroyed by Mother Nature, by the elements, by insects, by small mammals, rats, mice, squirrels chewing things up, ultraviolet rays hitting it and destroying the roofing and everything else. That is how things happen. There's not really anything you can do about that except renew your structures. It's like the inside of this office. We built this office 8-9 years ago. Let me think. 2016. We had this massive flood in 2015. Shortly after we moved here, my son Benjamin and his late wife had a building they bought to store their things in, and they couldn't afford the payments. They moved it here. Linda and I paid it off. It's right through there, and we call that the shop. Well, my son Nick, and mostly Nick, Brandon helped. We built this so that I would have an office outside of the house. It's a big house, mostly a big house, but we needed the bedroom for my grandson Cheyenne that I was officing in. And well, I started there, I moved into there, now I'm in here, and I'll stay in here. And through that wall, where my guitars are hanging, some of my guitars, I've got guitars all over the place. Hopefully I will get my strength back in my left arm so I can go back to playing guitar. I'd love to play at church with my friends. But anyway, this has become a place for me to earn extra money for my family, which I actually do. Haven't in a while. I will be doing so probably in about a week. I'm out here today taking care of some things I needed to take care of, and I'll show you in a minute a computer I've got to set up, but it's going to happen tomorrow, not today. today I've got to do this video, get it uploaded, and then I got to go in the house, tend to my wife. She and I need to run to Walmart. I'll wait till Brandon gets back from Walmart, and she and I will roll over there. And we have some things to get. Let me get another sip of water. Sorry about coughing without covering my mouth if there's nobody in here. So what else is going on? Well, give me 2 to 3 weeks, the leaves will have fallen, and there is a really big cat. It's a mountain lion that keeps coming across our place here. It's wanting a goat. I will go find said cat and I will dispatch it. In other words, I'm going to kill it. Why? I have small grandkids, 3 of them living here, little kids, 6, 7, and 11. And then I have 3 grandsons, 12 and 13, that are bigger kids, but they too play outside when they're here. Then I have 2 late teen, I have a 17-year-old and 19-year-old. I think Ashton's 17, he might be 16, but they go out at night, and we've emphasized don't do that. I do not want a large cat pulling down one of my grandkids, killing them, and then carrying them off and putting them in a tree and eating them. That is what a mountain lion does. And evidently this thing's not scared of humans. So I will load up. By then I should have enough energy to walk in the woods. I use a walking cane right now, not because I gotta have help walking, it's for balance. I won't use a walking cane in the woods, and what I will do is I'll be carrying a couple of 357 Magnums, one with a barrel about that long. Why? Because I'm a shootist, basically, and I hit well enough that when I track this thing, I can find it and I can kill it. Game and Wildlife, I've called them about it, and they told me I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, let me give you a little bit of background on me. I used to track men. I did it professionally. I'm real good. Like a friend of mine said one time, I could track an ant across a 4-lane highway in a high rain. That is a really big exaggeration, but I track and I hunt. I'm not very good at fishing. My younger brother that's in the hospice is very good at fishing. Me, not so much so. Hunting, I'm an excellent hunter. But this cat, I told my best friend Jerry at church last Sunday, he's got a mountain lion up on his property over that mountain in front of us. I know where it's at approximately. I know it dens up there, but like my friend Chris Kimball told me, Kimball, I think 2, no 1 L, but anyway, Chris told me he knows folks that hunt mountain lions and said they have a range of 225 square miles. They'll come through every 5 days. I think this one is female. I think that it's probably got young ones. Now, this would be the second mountain lion that I will have shot and dispatched. The first one, my late law enforcement partner, Claude Williams, and at that time my best friend, we were up on the Chapman Ranch. He had he had moved to Daugherty and was working part-time for the sheriff's office over in Murray County here. We were up and we had wanted to go see what all was up there. And Claude is the first one that noticed we were being stalked. So it was stalking us and hunting us, so we turned around and we started stalking it, and it knew it. So it decided, rather than to run off, it came back around behind us, and we both turned and shot that cat at the same time. Both of us were carrying the .357 Magnum, and my son Nick has Claude's old service revolver. Let me get a sip of water. We left it there. We didn't skin it out. This was due entirely to self-preservation. Game warden, we never contacted them. Statute of limitations is long worn off for that, because that was 30 years ago, thereabouts. I am going to pan this camera around a little bit so you can see my office. I'm going to actually take it off the camera stand. Oh, right now, this minute. And get this camera stand down. Yeah, that's my 45. It's starting to look like an office again. There's my backup computer. I've got to get it functioning tomorrow. I won't do it today. Used to be a whole wall of computers down there. My son Chris cleaned this room up, and he did a superb job. There's the window, the second window he put in. It's got to be framed in. Through that wall there is a storage building that's going to go back to being a place for Linda's goats, maybe, or chickens. We don't know yet. There's the first window he put in. I've been in this office for 9 years and never had windows in here. Now I do. It makes it lighter in here. There's the door going through the old gun wall. Well, folks, I'm going to get off of here. I've got things I've got to do. But like the sign up there says, be kind. I love all of you that are watching this. God bless you. And don't forget, thank God every day for your blessings, because whether you want to admit it or not, you are blessed. Bye.